My girlfriend said her coworker was just a friend until I saw them holding hands after work. For context, I'm 32M and my girlfriend, now ex I guess, is 29F. We were together for 4.5 years. Lived together for the last 2. I really thought she was the one. We talked about marriage, kids, moving out of the city one day. All of it. She started a new job about 7 months ago. At first, everything seemed normal. She was excited, more energized than I'd seen her in a while. I was proud of her. New position, better salary, and from the way she talked about it, a lot more responsibility. Then, she started bringing up this guy from work, Josh. At first, it was little things. Josh said this funny thing in the meeting. Josh helped me fix my spreadsheet. Nothing weird, just normal coworker talk. But after a few weeks, I noticed she started talking about him more. A lot more. At dinner, while watching shows, in passing when talking about her day. It was always Josh this, Josh that. I didn't say anything at first. I didn't want to be the jealous boyfriend. But one night, we were watching a movie, and I reached for her phone to order some food. She flinched. Like, really flinched. She laughed it off, said she thought I was going to tickle her or something. But I knew. Something changed in that moment. I didn't bring it up right away. Instead, I started paying more attention. She was spending more time, working late. Her phone was always face down. She even changed her passcode, said it was for security reasons at work, since they were dealing with sensitive documents now. But her job wasn't that kind of job. She's in marketing. A couple of weeks ago, I finally asked her. We were out to dinner, and I tried to keep it casual. So, you and Josh seem pretty close, I said. She raised her eyebrows. Huh, you just talk about him a lot. Just wondering what he's like. She waved her hand and said, oh please, don't be one of those boyfriends. He's married. He's just funny. You don't have to worry about him. I nodded, smiled, let it go. But something in me didn't. I'm not the jealous type, truly. I've never snooped, never tracked her phone, never followed her. Until last Friday. She texted me around 5 p.m. saying she'd be working late. Again, and then probably grabbing drinks with the team after, since it was someone's birthday. I offered to come pick her up afterward, and she said no, that they'd probably Uber around and she'd be late. So I drove to her office and parked a block away, out of sight. I told myself it was just to ease my mind, that I'd see her walk out with a group, and I'd go home and feel stupid for doubting her. But when she came out around 6:15, it wasn't with a group. It was with one guy. Him. Josh. I only knew it was him because I'd found his LinkedIn a while back, just out of curiosity. They didn't look like coworkers. They were laughing, standing too close. He touched her arm. She didn't pull away. Then they walked down the street and into a small bar. I parked and followed on foot, staying far behind. I watched from across the street. They sat close at a small table, ordered drinks. He leaned in to talk. She laughed and touched his knee. It wasn't subtle. I wanted to believe it was just drunk flirting, maybe innocent. But then, around 7 o'clock, he leaned in and kissed her. Not a peck. Not a quick goodbye. A real kiss. And she kissed him back. I stood there, completely frozen. I stood across the street in the cold, watching the woman I thought I was going to marry kiss another man. Her married coworker, no less. Like it was the most normal thing in the world. My mind felt like it was split in two. One half screaming, go in there. Say something. And the other half whispering, don't let them see you. You don't want this to be real. I stayed frozen. Watching. Just watching. After the kiss, they kept talking, laughing, like nothing happened. I don't even think they realized what they'd just done. Or maybe they didn't care. Eventually, around 7:45, they got up and walked out together. I ducked into a nearby shop entrance as they passed by on the sidewalk. They were holding hands. Holding hands. That's what finally did it. The kiss I could have blamed on alcohol or heat of the moment or some other mental gymnastics. But the hand-holding, that casual, intimate gesture, that told me it wasn't some one-time slip. This was something else. Something bigger. They walked 2 blocks up and stopped near another restaurant. He said something, kissed her again, quick this time, and got into an Uber that pulled up. She stood there for a moment, checking her phone, then turned and started walking toward the subway. I didn't follow her anymore. I just sat in my car, staring at the dashboard, trying to breathe. She got home around 9:30. She came in acting normal, gave me a quick kiss, said, sorry it got late. The team wanted to go to 2 places. I didn't say anything. I just nodded and went to wash a dish that didn't need washing. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay there, watching the ceiling, listening to her soft breathing beside me. Every now and then I'd glance over and just wonder, who was this person lying next to me? Was this the same woman I loved? The same person I'd planned a future with? The next morning, I asked her again, calmly, you and Josh, are you sure there's nothing going on? She looked at me, almost annoyed. Why are we talking about this again? Because something doesn't feel right, I said. You come home later and later. You changed your passcode. You don't even look me in the eye anymore. She sighed dramatically. Jesus, I told you he's married. We're friends. If you can't trust me, what are we even doing? That word, trust, hit me like a brick. Because I had trusted her. Completely. Blindly. So I said, okay, then let me see your phone. She blinked. What? Just show me your phone. Right now? No deleting anything. Let me see your text with Josh. The pause that followed said more than any words ever could. Her jaw tensed. She looked down at the table, then back at me. You're being ridiculous, she said, standing up. So you won't show me? I'm not going to let you snoop through my personal stuff like I'm some kind of criminal. I nodded. My heart sank, but I wasn't surprised. I think I already knew what I needed to know. I didn't blow up. I didn't scream. I just stood up, walked into the bedroom, and started packing a bag. She followed, saying things like, "You're seriously doing this? Over a feeling. And we're not even fighting. Why are you acting crazy?" But I was done. I'd already seen the truth. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I booked a hotel for the night and left. I didn't even slam the door. I didn't sleep much that night either, even in a sterile hotel room with blackout curtains and a king-sized bed. I kept checking my phone, half expecting, maybe even hoping, she'd message me, explain, beg, say something. But nothing. Just silence. Around 10 the next morning, she finally texted. So that's it. You just leave. No apology. No explanation. No I'm sorry. Just deflection. I didn't reply. Not right away. I needed space to think, not to get dragged into a back and forth where she twisted the narrative to make me look like the unstable one. I was done being gaslit. Instead, I called my best friend Matt. Told him everything. The weeks of suspicion, what I saw, how she refused to show me her phone. He offered me his spare room for a while. Said, "You don't deserve this, man. Come stay here as long as you need." So I did. I went back to the apartment that afternoon while she was at work. Packed my clothes, my laptop, a few sentimental things. I left the furniture, the dishes, even the framed photos. I didn't want any of it. Not anymore. I left a handwritten note on the kitchen table. Just a few lines. I saw you. I know. You didn't have to lie, but you did. I hope he's worth what you threw away. That was it. A few hours later, she started texting. First angry stuff. So you were spying on me? Seriously? You're so insecure, it's disgusting. Then came the guilt tripping. We kissed once. It didn't mean anything. I was going to end it. I just didn't know how. And finally, the pathetic attempts to reel me back in. I made a mistake. Please. We can fix this. I miss you. I love you. Please don't throw us away. But I didn't respond. Not once. Not to her texts. Not to her emails. Not even when she tried calling my mom. Because here's the thing. I might have forgiven the kiss. I might have forgiven the lies, even. But what I couldn't forgive was the gaslighting. The way she made me question my own gut for weeks. The way she turned things around to make me the bad guy for noticing what was right in front of me. I saw her true colors, and they weren't what I thought. It's been 2 months now. I'm still crashing at Matt's place, though I've started looking for my own apartment. Therapy's been helping more than I expected. Turns out, what I thought was just a bump in the road had been eating away at me long before I caught her. There were signs, subtle ones, of emotional detachment, loss of intimacy, just general disinterest. I ignored them. I didn't want to believe what they pointed to. She still messages sometimes. Most recently, she said she broke things off with Josh. That he wasn't who she thought he was. That she regrets everything. But regret doesn't mean much after betrayal. Some things you just can't come back from. People on Reddit always say, once a cheater, always a cheater, and I never wanted to believe that. I still don't think it's always true, but I do know this. If someone tells you not to worry about something, and you still feel like you should, don't ignore it. Your gut knows. Even when your heart doesn't want to. I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.